Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Canto, Chapter 8, text number 66. Api anatam vane brahman masmadanti arbakam vrikaha shrantam shayanam kshuditam parimlana mukam bujam. 67. Aho me bata daurvatmyam strijitasyoparadharaya yonkam prema rurukshantam nabhyanandam asattamaha. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The great sage Narada replied, "My dear king, please do not be aggrieved. Alas, just see how I was conquered by my wife. Just imagine my cruelty. Out of love and affection, the boy was trying to get up on my lap, but I did not receive him, nor did I even pat him for a moment. Just see how hard-hearted I am." The great sage Narada replied, "My dear king, please do not be aggrieved about your son. He is well protected by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although you have no actual information of his influence, his reputation is already spread all over the world." Purport. Sometimes when we hear the great sages and devotees go to the forest and engage themselves in devotion, service, or meditation, we become surprised. How can one live in the forest and not take care of anyone? Not take care of by anyone? But the answer given by a great authority, Narada Muni, is that such persons are well protected by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sharanagati or surrender means acceptance or firm belief that wherever the surrendered soul lives, he is always protected by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is never alone or unprotected. Dhruva Maharaj's affectionate father thought his young boy, only 5 years old, to be in a very precarious position in the jungle. But Narada Muni assured him, do you do not have sufficient information about the influence of your son. Anyone who engages in devotion service anywhere within this universe is never unprotected. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. So, the king is very worried about his son, Dhruva Maharaj, who has been unfairly driven to go to the forest. And he is visualizing how my son, with such a lotus face, would be starving now or could even be eaten by animals. And he must be lying down somewhere in the forest. So these worries are making him repent. How did I do this under the influence of my wife? Just see how cruel I have become. Even though my son, out of love and affection, tried to sit on my lap, I did not receive him and did not even pat him. Just imagine how hard-hearted I have become. In this way, the king is repenting his act of hurting Dhruva Maharaj, his own son, under the influence of being attached to his wife. To satisfy the mind of the wife, who would not appreciate if he took the son on his lap. Therefore, he did not do it. Instead of satisfying his son, he was satisfying his wife at the cost of hurting the son. Then Narada Rishi replies, please do not worry about your son. He is well protected by the Supreme Lord. Actually, you do not know who your son is. You have no actual information. His reputation is already spread all over the world. Because Narada Rishi is a Trikalagni. Trikalagni. He can see the present, past, future. So, Prabhupada is explaining in this purport that sometimes we see great sages and devotees go to the forest, or sometimes we see great sages and devotees join ISKCON and engage themselves in devotion service or meditation. The parents become surprised. How can my son live in ISKCON? Who will take care of him? That's exactly what Prabhupada is saying. Sometimes when we hear that great sages and devotees go to the forest and engage themselves in devotion service or meditation, we become surprised. How can one live in the forest and not take care of anyone, not be taken care by anyone? But the answer is given by the great authority Narada Muni, is that such persons are well protected by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sharanagati or surrender means acceptance or the firm belief that wherever the surrendered soul lives, he is always protected by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is never alone or unprotected. Dhruva Maharaj's affectionate father thought his young boy, only 5 years old, will be in a precarious condition in the jungle. But Narada Muni assured him, you do not have sufficient information of the influence of your own son. So thus, the principle of Sharanagati means one who surrenders himself to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or one who tries to surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead under the shelter of a spiritual master who teaches us how to surrender, or just like a sadhaka, a devotee who is engaged in the sadhana, bhakti, as per the instruction of the spiritual master, then that amounts to surrender to the Supreme Lord. One may not actually be surrendered in his consciousness. He may not be advanced in his consciousness of surrender. But however, if he is trying to surrender, following the instructions of the spiritual master as a sadhaka, is nothing but trying to surrender. So even those who are trying to surrender, the Lord always protects such devotees. Sometimes devotees think, no, I am not a pure devotee, so why Lord should protect me? But that is not the correct philosophy. The Lord is seated in the heart of every living entity as Paramatma. In fact, it is the Lord who is maintaining every living entity's life. Even non-devotee's life is maintained by him. But of course, that is as per, his sanctions are as per the independent will of the living entities, as per. They don't want any protection from the Lord. They don't want to be maintained by the Lord. They want to be maintained by their karma. So, ye yatha mam prapatinse tam sati bhajamyam. Yet the Lord is seated in the heart of all living entities and is awaiting for the jiva who all belongs to him, who is the owner of all jivas. Just like father is the owner of the child, and he is waiting in the heart of every living entity. So do you think that if a living entity turns towards him and tries to surrender, he will not be protected? Because everybody is protected according to their karma. It's not the karma that is protecting them. According to karma, Lord is protecting them. It is not that karmis are maintaining themselves. According to karma, Lord in the heart is maintaining them. The Supreme Lord is a maintainer of everything in this material world. We all create artificial lives centered around our body. I am this body. Therefore, body need protection, this thing, that thing, so many things, coordination. Is it not? When they're all set together nicely, and then you say, okay, I'm comfortable, life is going on. Suddenly something happens. Then you get disturbed. Something happens means everything is being maintained. Suddenly somebody dies. Or somebody becomes, all of a sudden you become pauper. What all you think is protecting you, it falls away. This happens according to the law of karma. But in the case of the devotees, the Lord is directly protecting, maintaining, protecting, and providing for his devotees. Yogakshemam vahamyaham. Krishna protects the devotees. He fills all the shortage that the devotee has got in his service to the Lord. And these acts are done directly by the Lord in the heart, not by laws of karma. So one should have full faith. The Shastra says, the Lord says, but still you doubt. Therefore, I have to take shelter of this, I have to take shelter of that, I have to take this, that. One takes shelter of so many things as if they will provide engagement, as if they will provide shelter, as if they will provide protection. As per the forces of Kala, even in a devotee's life, because nature of material world is that nothing is stable. The so-called smooth life will suddenly be shaken up. Well-maintained life will get shaken up. But in the case of a devotee, that force of Kala, Krishna is in the heart, gives intelligence to the devotee to overcome all those things. But it come and touch and go. But Krishna gives a solution for the devotee. He has full faith that Krishna is maintainer, protector. Just see how uncertain in reality, if you see, life is in this material world. This body to maintain, every day you need food. I mean, what is the arrangement? Is it because man's elaborate arrangement that people are being fed? No. The whole life itself is so much dependent on daily food, daily water, air. Now man becomes proud about his life. What he thinks is his life. At least devotees don't think this material body life is my life. The karmis think this is life. They know nothing more than that. So even that life is being maintained. All those lives are being maintained by the Supreme Lord. All the demigods are maintained by the Supreme Lord. The entire universal life, social life, everything is held by the Supreme Lord as Paramatma. That is why he's called maintainer. So when the Lord is maintaining all the living entities in the material world, when I am trying to surrender to him, how foolish it is for me to think that he will not take care of me. How foolish it is that he will not protect me. Sometimes Krishna tests the devotee. Apparently, it looked like he's not protecting. The devotee feels that why Lord is not protecting. Actually, the devotee should give up all these kind of speculations, because what we think as real protection for me, one should have full faith. What I think in my mind, this is protection. That should be knocked out of our life. Whatever is happening now, even the present danger, Krishna is protecting. In which way he is protecting, I cannot speculate. His protection is there. This is called Shraddha. This is called, not you mentally you calculate, oh, he protected, he did not protect. You don't judge Paramatma's protection of your, how he protects you, you don't judge. You will know. With time you will know. Yes, that was protection. You need a spiritual eyes to see how the Lord is protecting me always. Not nonsense mind, giving its own judgment. Why Lord is not protecting me? And become faithless. It is so painful to the Lord. And the Lord is so kind to the devotees. And He is actually protecting. And the devotee sometimes is thinking, oh, Lord is not protecting. If you are God also, you will get pain, no? I am doing everything for him and he is thinking I am not protecting. Foolish fellow. With a small intelligence, he is thinking that I should follow his dictate of how to protect him. Once he has surrendered to me, I know how to protect him. Or once he is even trying to surrender, as long as you are under the shelter of the spiritual master, you get the benefit of trying to surrender, even though you are not surrendered. Protection is always there from Krishna for a devotee who is taken shelter of a pure devotee. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasadat. Follow the instructions of the spiritual master. The Lord's protection, Lord's mercy is always flowing. Lord is personally caring for the devotees as Paramatma. That is very important for us to understand. Here in Dhruva Maharaj's Leela also, it is about relationship with the super soul, the all-pervading Lord. That's the first relationship. If you don't have relationship with Chaitya Guru, if you don't have relationship with the super soul, the maintainer of all living entities, we don't have faith in the first, in the relationship of God as a supreme father. It is not imagination. God as a supreme father. He is maintaining. He is taking care. Therefore, He is the Father. He is the eternal Father. Plus, all the souls have originated from Him. We are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. We are part and parcel of the Super Soul. And then we deepen our relationship with Krishna. Krishna is the highest form of God. Adi Purusha. Yeah, it is a fact that, okay, this may not be, there's no difference between Krishna and Paramatma. Paramatma is simply Krishna in a different mood. Just like Krishna has got Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadim, Ananta Rupam. Ananta Rupam is for what? For Ananta Rasa. So each form has, because that is his enjoying capacity. Krishna's enjoying capacity. God's enjoying capacity is unlimited. Therefore, unlimited forms, unlimited jivas, unlimited loving relationship. unlimited relationship of maintaining unlimited rebellious living entities in this material world. This is so there's no difference between the Lord as Paramatma and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original Personality of Godhead as Krishna. Advaitam. Advaitam means they're not different. The same personality, inconceivable for our mind. In the material world, when we think of a person of multiple roles, we have to cut one role and then you have to take another role. But the Krishna's personality, it doesn't have to cut any role. Krishna to become Paramatma, nothing becomes less in him. 1 minus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 1. Krishna plus Paramatma is 1. What? What is that 1? Krishna only. From Krishna, Paramatma came. Who is left? Krishna only. 1 minus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 1. So, but according to, so therefore one should not think that, okay, Krishna is not protecting me. I am not a pure devotee. No, it's all right. You don't have to be a pure devotee if you are under shelter of a pure devotee. If you follow the instructions of the pure devotee, you get all the benefit. By his mercy, you get directly protected from the Supreme Lord. This faith is very, very important. Only those who think that I am not taken care of by anybody, nobody is actually planning my life, I am very confused what to do with my life. Right? Once you have given your life to Prabhupada and Krishna, why do you think what to do with your life? Huh? What to do with your life is determined by Krishna. What more great opulence you want? The Supreme Personality of Godhead will decide what will happen to me next year, next year, next year, next year, till I die, what will happen. He will decide. And when he decides, there is a reason for everything. I should have Shraddha, faith. I should not doubt him. And that is a kind of relationship. Krishna, Lord in the heart, is very pleased with that kind of relationship. How many lives, millions and millions of lives you have taken in the material world? All are gone. Just like now, this life. We go from birth to death. Paramatma is accompanying us. We live a life, birth to death, without remembering the Lord at all. We live our life for ahankara, for satisfaction of Mr. So-and-so. Suddenly, at the time of death, Mr. So-and-so is washed off. Like a dream, no? Washed off. When you wake up, dream has any meaning? When you're in the dream, you think this is real. When you wake up, no meaning at all. So such billions and billions of lives we have led in different billions of bodies, unlimited lives we have taken. In those dream lives, Paramatma has helped our dream. Paramatma knows its dream. Because the moment you say the world is not dream, but you create a world around the seed of illusion that I am this body. Each of us, this world is real. But in our mind, we have created an illusory world. I see my body as mine. Body. I see this body as mine. I see other people's body as them. This is a seed, bija. Around that, illusion is built. Desiring, seeing, thinking, feeling, all centered around I am my body, he is his body. So, seed of illusion is I am this body in the mind. One who understands I am not this body has started waking up from this illusion. World is real. When you want to be in illusion, you read the world in a way in which you can create a material world for you. So material world is only in your head. Outside there is only matter world. Material world, that means, disconnected from Krishna, is created by us in our head. So that is called material consciousness. That is called the consciousness of three modes of material nature. One can be in pure consciousness in the material world, in the matter world. A pure devotee is in the matter world. Matter is another energy of Krishna. He is not in the material world. Material means influence of ignorance. Influenced by three modes of material nature. This forgetfulness of the Lord in the heart is manifest in the form of three modes of material nature. Each with appropriate activities, appropriate desires, tamasic desire, sattvic desire, rajasic desire, sattvic activity, tamasic activity, rajasic activity, sattvic determination, etc. All the spirit's qualities are all modified by these three gunas. However, it is the spirit which is running this body. It is the spirit alone that is running the body, not three modes. But the spirit is influenced by the three modes. Spirit alone moves matter. The three characteristic ways in which the consciousness of a life is modified, that is three gunas. So, the Shraddha is so important. As Prabhupada says, Sharanagati. In Sharanagati, this Shraddha is so important. I am Amsha of Krishna. I am an absolute Amsha of Krishna, of the absolute Purna. I am the absolute Amsha of the absolute Purna. I am the absolute part of the absolute whole. What a status. Instead, we are thinking we are this leather bag of flesh, bones, blood, stool, urine. What is the difference in status? Huh? Our current self-esteem is that I am this body in the material world. Everybody's self-esteem is what? I am this body. What is our real spiritual dignity? Esteem means dignity. What is the dignity of the soul? I am Satchidananda, same like Krishna, Satchidananda. I have fallen into this material body, trapped in this material body. The Lord is so kind that along with me being trapped, I am inseparable from Him because I am His child. There is no question of me being independent, even in the material world, even in a fallen situation. I am imagining I am independent, but I am not independent. I have been run by the Lord. The Lord in the heart is running all the jivas. That is why it is said, not a blade of grass will move without His sanction. So when one devotee understands all these things, will he be ever worried about his protection, his maintenance? No. That that's consciousness of separateness. I have nothing to do with God is the most dangerous thing. Whereas I have nothing to do with anything except God, truth. I have nothing to do with this material energy. That is proved when you die. You have nothing to do with what you thought you are. Completely new chapter you again begin. And again you are thinking that is me, but you have nothing to do with it. If you run time very fast, you compress time, you see like a bubble. We take life and we die. Take life, die. Take life. What is the meaning of this? Just for momentary pleasures? Yes. The soul that is trapped in this body under bodily identification, it is imagining pleasure, imagining pain by identifying with the body mind system. Not only body, material mind, material intelligence, and a social ego. We identify with that. Is going on in the movie screen. We identify with that. I have no connection at all. Just like if you watch a movie, do you have any real connection in the movie? No. Does the actor in the movie have any real connection in the movie? No. Neither the actor in the movie has got real connection. Neither you have real connection. Movie on, movie off. Oh, again. What happened in between? Illusory experience for the real. Illusory experience for the real is the only reality. That means the only reality is that I am in illusion. Illusion is not reality. I am in illusion. That means my perception. I have created something. Mayavadi's understanding is this material world is illusion. No. We say our reading of the world is illusion. Illusion has to do with perception. Is it not? You see a rope as a snake. That's called illusion. So illusion is neither about rope nor about snake. What is illusion? Illusion is about the seer, his perception. So when one comes in knowledge, when he sees the world as it is, as he should see as the energy of the Lord, and as he sees the living entity, one's own, not one's body, and others are not their bodies. And he sees in this body the super soul, and this material energy, setting up this illusion. Then he sees things as they are. He is free from illusion. So therefore it is to get the shelter of a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada, who further give us the shelter of the holy name, is not an ordinary thing. The devotee has become completely free from all anxieties of material existence. How I'll sleep, how I'll eat, all these things. Our consciousness is like that. Just like, see, contaminated consciousness is like that. Like Prabhupada gives the example of the fisherman. You bring him, make him sleep in an air-conditioned bedroom. He will say, I cannot sleep because I'm not getting the smell of fish. Similarly, devotees join Krishna consciousness movement. What is the smell of fish? Who will maintain me? What will happen in my old age? What will I do tomorrow? What will be my service tomorrow? What is my life going to be? These are all fish smell. Because we have been living with the fish in the material world. Material world, the only consciousness is this: how to protect oneself, how to maintain oneself, how to expand oneself, 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 oneself. So devotee, by chanting Hare Krishna, taking shelter of pure devotee, first symptom is he does not think about his tomorrow. Moment you think about tomorrow, you have fallen down. Faith ho gaya, faith chale gaya. The Lord in the heart is he's feeling, why is it like this? I am more than anxious to protect the devotee, guide a devotee as a Chaitya Guru. You want to go to Krishna in the supreme, in the spiritual world. Chaitya Guru is saying, I will guide you how to get detached from this material world. I will take you to a spiritual master who has got that kind of bhakti with Krishna. So super soul will say, I cannot give that bhakti. I can give bhakti to myself. But you want that kind of bhakti of Radharani, I'll take you to a spiritual master. And then Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale. I'll take you a spiritual master who is surrendered to me, but who is very dear to Krishna of Goloka. So this is our relationship with Paramatma as a Chaitya Guru. So the relationship with Guru does not become complete unless one understands the oneness of the function of the external spiritual master and Paramatma in our heart. We are constantly protected, we are constantly directed. The all-pervading Lord is constantly directing any sincere soul. I want to go back to Godhead, he is directed, no doubt. Because he is more than anxious to take us back to Godhead. Any question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, in this pastime of this Uttanapad and Dhruva, so his situation was, if he he could not pat his son, or he could not keep his son in his lap. Now his situation was like, now if he follows his wife, then son will get upset. If he keeps the son in lap, then wife will get upset. So ideally, what he should have done?
Even the king did not ask Narada this question. So very hard to answer this. Life is a dilemma. Huh? See, the normal material sense, both are, material. बेटा को उधर रखना और बीवी को सुनना. Both are material. So these are all leelas of the Lord. He arranges such situation. So you want a philosophical point out of it, which is right, which is wrong. Both are Maya only. Eh? But to teach something, to the world, this Leela is executed by Dhruva Maharaj under the will of the Lord. If these are not under the will of the Lord, this history won't be recorded in the Bhagavatam. Everybody is playing a part. So we should not try to take, material solutions out of Bhagavatam. It is not there at all. That's why Narada is not asking that question. So answer to that is not there. We should accept. Now, what is our lesson in every situation? We should accept what is favorable for devotion service. That means what is favorable and what action if I take will please Guru and Krishna. If he favors the child, he'll say, okay, you are attached to the child, you are prejudiced against me. Wife will say. If you follow the wife, child will say, you are prejudiced against your wife. You are attached to your wife, prejudiced against me. So material fairness, unfairness is very complicated. That is one of the reasons. Because it's very intricately connected to karma, this fairness, material. There's a higher fairness that the laws of karma will take care. But from our mind, when we see this is fair, unfair, go to the court, get fairness, unfairness, it's all under the jurisdiction of karma. It's not really fairness or anything. Somebody will say, I am such a nice fellow, I did not harm this fellow at all. But this, sometimes there are people like this. Their families. I remember one man, how nicely I brought up my child. Last 20 years, he's harassing me in the court. My son. My son even tried to get me killed for property. And he was telling, and the wife added one more masala. Prabhuji, how much we prayed to the Lord for this son. And this son is now become a problem. 20 years of our life fighting with this son. So fairness, unfairness, all material fairness, unfairness. And finally, he wins the case. So that's when they come to me. What is this? We have done only good to him. He went to the court. Then he won. And he took the property away. So you see, materially, if you see, in this life, you do all the calculation, you will see unfair. What happened to the parents? But in some life, they would have done to him. Nothing happens accidentally in this world. So all these fairness, unfairness are determined by. That is why devotees sometimes in their life they see, materially speaking, something unfair has happened to me. I will not keep it in my heart. Some destiny, something in my last life I have done. Ho gaya. Let me suffer. Let me take it. He doesn't do material calculation. Now let me be vengeful. Then you're creating new karma. Usko छोड़ेगा नहीं हम. Instead you chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna को छोड़ेगा नहीं मैं. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Any other question?
Krishna
Yes.
Prabhu, how to differentiate whether we are talking to Paramatma or to our own mind?
How to?
Differentiate. So whether we are speaking to Paramatma or to our own mind. Like when many times we hear in the class, like we should talk to Paramatma.
Yeah.
So this thing.
You see, that is what the kind of who is Paramatma we have to understand from the Shastras. We have to understand from Prabhupada. So closer we understand the purposes, the intent. Paramatma is no longer Paramatma, the perception of Paramatma in your mind. If you have to talk to Paramatma, you have to have a perception of Paramatma. The perception of Paramatma is formed from hearing from Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. That is why so many chapters are there. He is equal to all. He is seated neutral. And he is just waiting for us. And what he is expecting from us. And what he is ready to give us. What he is not ready to give us. So when you know, you want to relate, you want to talk to somebody, you should know that person's mind. Correct? How do I know Paramatma's mind? I know Paramatma's mind from scriptures. So then I am not talking to an imaginary person. I am talking to a person defined by Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. And he will listen. I cannot imagine myself anything. Just like the other day, one lady wanted to donate some land. We went to her land. And then see how complicated it is. She wants to donate it to Krishna. But then something I told about Krishna, hey, I am very angry with you. Yakishtala kashta kotta. Why is he giving me so much trouble? I am very angry with you. He said. Like that, yes. Then just then that was just before I got into the car, and then I told, chant Hare Krishna. Krishna, no, started. See how still, she's a devotee. Therefore, Krishna is making her donate the land. But I'm angry with Krishna. So I got down from the car. And that time I had that Prabhupada's clip. Recently, one clip was being circulated, video clip, audio clip, where Prabhupada is saying, what is this hypnotism of Krishna? You know that clip? How the Pandavas, Prabhupada is saying, the Pandavas, Krishna was so kind to the Pandavas. Then he said, they were sent in exile, their wives were snatched, this, everything he said. And still they increase their love for Krishna. What is this Krishna's hypnotism? Prabhupada says, I made her hear that. She heard. She smiled. So we had to preach to them. They had to understand because their consciousness is anchored in material expectations from God. But Krishna, if you're a real devotee, he doesn't respond to your material expectation unless those material expectations are doubtable under the Guru's order. Then those material expectations also will be fulfilled. Very important. Guru is very important. Shelter of Guru is very important for practical life to get Krishna's reciprocation. Guru knows, okay, I'll give him whatever is material thing, I will give him. Because I know that it will not hurt his bhakti. He's going to increase his bhakti. Let me give him. Let me make him the king of the universe. He can decide. Otherwise, he will not. And if you have special mercy, he will take away what you have also. So according to situation, Krishna will take away something from you. He may give you anything. It is not there is a rule that if you become a devotee of Krishna, everything will be taken away. That is not true at all. Because everything belongs to Krishna, our idea is, because you don't think everything belongs to Krishna, you may take it away. Afterwards, when you know everything is Krishna's, he will pour everything back to you. Because everything has to be serve the Lord. So criterion for Krishna to pour abundance into our life to serve him is to understand that I am not the doer. Nothing belongs to me. Everything is Guru and Krishna's mercy. These principles go very deep into ourselves. Then, Krishna is not the Lord in the heart, and Guru have no apprehensions that he will go into Maya now if I give all this. If I give all this, next he will start bossing over all other Vaishnavas. He's going to make life miserable for other Vaishnavas if I give him power. Krishna will not hold. I don't want your so-called powerful service. I want devotional service, not powerful service. Grandaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Put that mic. Let me put this video, audio.